I'm so weirded out and confused.
I think my stream just started with you going, I'm so weirded out and confused. So that is
nice.
a great place to start. Hello and welcome, people. I'm joined by 6 stars. He's going to watch me play Europa Universalis IV here. Let me go ahead and load up my Sweden OP save.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got more.
There's just one thing missing.
But
I would love to see a share screen.
well, you can just watch it on the Twitch. It's sure to only be 3 seconds behind. Because I run in low latency mode.
Okay.
But I can also try share my screen too if...
Well, we'll see where it's at, and then... I don't want to be too far behind, because then I feel less relevant.
You're only going to be a couple seconds behind. Like, I don't know that the share screen will be any more caught up than the Twitch stream,
It
really.
actually sounds like it's real time. I heard my voice back right after I said that, so we're good to go.
Yeah, so... Alright, so first I got to tell you, because you haven't been watching the last few episodes, so I got to tell you what's going on.
I see you own most of that area that you started in. What happened with Novgorod? That's the first thing I want to know, because it looks like they took some of your territory there to the north.
We gotta run down 200 years of history for you real quick.
Okay.
Let me tab out for just a second and pull my Streamlabs window back up. There we go. Alright, so I'm Sweden.
Yeah.
I'm Sweden, you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Sweden is big and fairly strong. In fact, by fairly strong, what I mean is Sweden is, in fact, the #1 great power in the world.
Wow, what?
I'm above the Ottomans, I'm above Ming, I'm above Aragon, who has beaten the crap out of Castile all game. I'm above the Mamelukes, France, everybody. Look at Morocco, #6.
Wow, Aragon is huge. I gotta point out, and Morocco is a little blown out of proportion as well.
Yeah, Morocco has invaded down into West Africa here, so they're beating up all the states that are down there.
We could be looking at a future Moroccan Africa there. That could be a thing, but so...
Won't happen because I'm going to get down in there at some point.
Oh, okay. I don't know that. You're gonna have to show me, like...
Alright, so I gotta explain some of the peculiarities here, because there's some weird stuff on this map.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I kicked Norway out of Norway, and they were just left with Iceland and their islands up here, and one random colony in Africa. So I beat them up and vassalized them by force. I gave them back the territory I had taken from them here, the Orkneys. And then I gave them this Scottish province because I beat up Scotland for fun.
I didn't notice that you actually had English soil there. I mean,
Scottish,
yes,
Scottish, or British. Both are okay. That's not English though.
Okay.
Ninja Weasel will hunt you down and kill you if you call the Highlands England.
I'm sorry, I don't see. I'm from under a rock in the States. Come on.
I'd also given Sweden Eriksfjord over here because I was hoping, or that's it, Sweden. I meant Norway because I was hoping after I colonized this, because I used that as a springboard into the New World, that they plus money. I was funding them some cash every month, like 3 ducats or something. I was hoping they would go colonize for me, and I'd have a second colonizer doing work, but they never did. So I just went, forget it. I'm eating Norway. They're mine now. And so I reabsorbed all that territory. So I actually lost like maybe 50 dip with all that stupidity I did up here. Whatever. That's not a lot of Diplo points.
I mean, you're on the African continent. You're in the New World. The only place you're missing out is the Eurasian zone over there. Like...
Yeah, I haven't done anything towards this direction yet. That is so far out of what I care about that I'm not gonna bother.
You're on Africa and in the New World. Like, at the moment, you don't need any other...
Yeah, New World's interesting. So Castile, who's teeny tiny, has 2 big colonial nations here. They ought to break free at some point because Castile's not big enough to enforce its will upon them.
Which makes sense.
The English have Brazil, and they just recently started colonizing in Canada. Which is where I'm colonizing right now, by the way.
I see that. It looks like you have a nice big colony there.
Yep, I've also got this colonial nation here. Let me go to the Diplo mode so it all pops out a little better.
Are you actually, you have a chance of popping a Swedish America? Is that what I'm seeing?
I basically already did. It's called Kronstedia, after the ruling dynasty.
Oh, okay, so you did. Wow, Swedish America.
And actually, it's not really Swedish, it's Estonian, because I deported all the Estonians in my country to the New World.
I'm sorry, this is ridiculously silly. Why this?
Let's go over to Europe. So I already showed you this situation up here. Scotland briefly was split into two countries. There was Scotland and Geldum. Geldum is who I took Sutherland from. I beat him up and took it. Maybe Scotland had it and I beat up Scotland, and Geldum was these provinces. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Ireland is mostly unified under I almost said Thomond, which is this little guy right here. They also invaded Scotland too, because why not? But Britain is doing pretty good. But I think we're at the point of the game where I'm going to betray Britain. Do you know why?
No, I don't.
We'll come back to it.
That one too.
We'll come back to it. We got more stuff to look at.
Well, I know there's the Polish Union, and I want you to talk about that next because you haven't yet.
Yep, we're getting there. So, my achievement run for this is the Sweden OP achievement, and you get that for owning the Baltic coast. So I've almost got all of it, the Baltic coast. I got this stuff. Novgorod has some land up here. That's okay. I let them have that land. We'll talk about Novgorod in a second. But yeah, I killed Denmark. I beat the crap out of Lubeck here. Lubeck was a 4-province minor. I took the 3 coastal provinces. Somebody ate this province, and then I made them spit it back out. Because I'm the emperor, and I could do that sort of thing.
Right. That's another thing that we have yet to talk about that we do need to discuss.
And that's my current dilemma, is being the emperor. We'll get to that in a second. And then I beat up Pomerania and took this. I didn't realize I needed this province for a mission, or I would have eaten all of Pomerania instead of just these 4. So we're going to have to go to war with Brandenburg at some point and get Uckermark away from them. Big deal. Brandenburg shouldn't be much of a challenge. They're a 2-province minor. All their buddies are little. The downside is they and one of their buddies are electors. So that'll
change the votes as you elected, and that could definitely change the way the world looks. Right now, you don't have to deal with any expansion pressures from the HRE, but if you were to all of a sudden not be emperor, that would definitely change very quickly.
Well, I am an imperial prince now, so Sweden is an imperial state.
Oh wow, that's right. You mentioned that as well.
Because like if I look at my capital here, as emperor, we cannot remove provinces from the empire. So Stockholm is in the empire. So as long as my capital is Stockholm, I am an imperial prince. And so somebody attacking me suffers all the same kind of malices that somebody attacking any imperial prince would suffer, such as, getting the emperor mad at them. I picked up the wrong map mode. Here's the empire. Notice something funny.
It looks like it's more Protestant than...
Nope. Wrong map mode. The green is the empire. Brown is the electors, and red is the emperor. And then the hashed areas are places that are in the empire but owned by non-imperial states. France is in the empire, dude. That's what's weird.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. The other thing I wanted to note is that a lot of the Holy Roman Empire belongs to the emperor.
Well, the empire stops right about here. This is in my color, but it's not part of the empire yet. I need enough provinces that I can pass another reform before I add all this stuff to the empire.
Right. But still, even the bulk of Sweden is much bigger than the Bohemia, Austria stretch there that makes up for the rest of the HRE aside from you and France.
Yep. All right, so that's the imperial situation. France was the emperor, so they added all of France to the empire. And then I became emperor after the League War when France lost. And France lost bad. I don't know what happened. I looked like a couple months into the war, and France's army was 0. I think they had a bunch of rebellions or something, and they just stack wiped the French army. I don't know. Because they were at like -2 stab or something too, I think.
So, are we gonna assume that France got too big for its britches in this game and got set back there? I think you could...
Pretty much. So, this is the state of the Empire. There's only 5 electors instead of 7. That's
Okay.
intentional. I'm keeping the Empire kind of mangled as long as I'm not the Emperor. Since my dude is 70 years old and could die any day now, I don't want the Empire to actually have authority. I want to be able to go do dumb things in the Empire if I'm not the Emperor.
Right.
If I get
And
reelected... Oh, go ahead.
It almost looks like you could win a new... an heir could win the election.
Right now, I should win because there's only... there's 2 people voting for somebody else and 2 people voting for me, and I think the incumbent wins the tie.
Right.
So I think I should inherit, or should become the Emperor again when Gustav Adolphus dies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the mess of the Empire, and Bohemia's huge. I'm going to punch Bohemia so much and make him spit out princes. It's going to be great. They're my rival, by the way.
Okay, so you didn't want to get to the Polish Union yet. Is it time for that yet?
It's totally time for that, because we are over here in this part of the world. So yeah, the King of Poland, I forget which one it was, he died. And because I had a royal marriage with him and he had no heir, I became the Emperor. Which is weird, because Polish has an elective monarchy, so they should have just elected somebody. But I'm not arguing with it. The game was like, you are now King of Poland.
Okay.
So if I look... Go ahead.
I wanted to ask when you can eat that land. I imagine it's going to be
1640
a huge
something.
min cost, but you can do it.
It'll be
What's that?
It'll be 1640 something.
Oh, jeez.
So it's not that far away. Let's see, 1642, and then I'll eat all of Polandia, which gives me almost all of the Baltic coast, except for Zemgala right here, and then the 2 Novgorodian provinces. So that should just get me the achievement right there. Maybe I got to eat Zemetia, or whatever this province is right here, too, because it's kind of, but not really on the coast, you know?
There's that little tiny... Riga puts it, like, so close to the coast. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong province there. No, yeah, it's really close, the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts, and since this one over here that's part of Brandenburg is also, like, I need it for a mission to conquer Pomerania, maybe it counts as the coast, I'm not sure. So there may be some more punching I have to do, but I'm really close to just getting her done.
Mm-hmm.
Novgorod is my vassal. Technically, they're my march.
What?
I vassalized them when they were, like, 1 province in size. They had, like, Soroka or something, and that was it. And, no, actually, they had Karelia. That was it. And I fed Muscovy back to Novgorod.
All right, then.
So
that's another crazy thing about this game. Like, everything you've discussed so far sounds like it's just been a completely abnormal game.
it's been an interesting game. I can't believe that the League War went so well for me, because I was fighting France and the Ottomans. Bohemia Catholic? No, Bohemia wasn't Catholic. There was some other giant country that was also... Oh, Muscovy was on the other side of the League War. And so I'm fighting the 3 superpowers of Europe at the time. And all I've got on my side, it's like me and Poland. Oh, and Bohemia. And together we just trounced them, man. We routed all the little imperial states. I crushed Muscovy. Lithuania didn't join that war, but they started a separate war against Muscovy and took advantage of it, as you can see with this swath of territory they have here.
It looks like it's 4 or 5 more provinces at least.
Yep. You leave Alt F4 out. Actually, no, I don't Alt F4. I actually Control Alt Delete and then pull up the task manager and kill it that way, because I know that's not a clean shutdown when you do that. The game's very unstable, 6. It just crashes all the time when something goes bad for me. All the time.
unstable all the time when something bad happens to you.
Yep, it's so weird how that works. So that's the state of my game. So now the problems I have, one, rebuilding the empire so I can get imperial authority. Imperial authority is important because I want to pass reforms. I want to get up to at least this one, a Vigor Landfrieda, which stops wars between imperial members. So me and France could never go to war again, for example. But
Why
really...
would you...
What?
I mean, you could destroy France, I'm assuming.
Why would I want to? Why would I want to? Because look, here's France, right? Let me do the Diplo mode for France. So there's France.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious big blue blob. They're there. They've got a colonial nation going. They've got random colonies in Africa. Why would I hurt France when I can become the emperor, revoke the privilege... This one? Yeah, revoke the privilegia, and thus make France my vassal.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I guess you don't want to go to war with the other members of the HRE. You just want to vassalize them.
Yeah, at this point, I want as many little derps as possible to be in the HRE. Now, there's a lot of derps that left the HRE. Northern Italy leaves. Burgundy left, which means I got to punch Burgundy to get this imperial land back into imperial hands.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, why would I want to fight a member of the Empire if I don't have to? And I totally don't have to fight France. I'm actually thinking about rivaling Britain and allying France. We're going to be buddies the rest of the game.
That's right. You were talking about betraying Great Britain. And I see that as a strong move because you're going to have an ally right at their back door as you crush their faces. Which comes to another point that I wanted to get to before you unpaused.
Yeah.
What is your current military strength and where is it sitting?
I'm getting ready to go to war with Thomond, so I got 30,000 troops in the Highlands here. And I'm going to beat Thomond up. My fleet's going to... I'm either going to march through here if I get access, or I'm going to take my boat over and drop it here. Yes, it's treason then.
So you're actually going to attack them from right there on their own shores when you get to Britain after Thomond?
Oh, absolutely. I'm just going to have like 60,000 troops here, ready to go.
Well, I can see Britain's 12,000 troops. You've already gotten them beaten.
Yeah, that's most of their army right now, I think. They're in a war with somebody, so they got troops on the continent, but...
I only see 7K down there.
They're probably marching around in the New World, too, somewhere, and doing shenanigans like that. They've probably got little armies everywhere, because that's how Britain rolls.
It's not enough at that point, though, even if they could pool it all together. So, let's get this started. Let's see the carnage.
So, hold on. I gotta ask some,
Perth?
like... Perth? What?
There's one little,
Oh, yeah, that's Scotland.
Are you gonna take that, too?
I think I'm gonna force vassalize it, feed the rest of Scotland back to Scotland, and then annex them.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, man. And Lithuania is the big question over here, because I want to betray them really bad. This land all belongs to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also a really great source of just bodies to throw at people.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a 30K, or I'm sorry, a 40K if they stack that all up.
Hold on, there's a map mode that will tell me how much debt people have. I think it's this one. Let's see, Lithuania. Somewhere in here... Oh, I thought there was a column in here that would tell me what I'm looking for. Oh, it's one. There's a view in here that's got like admin ratings or something. Yeah, this is the one. Score comparison. Let's look at Lithuania. How much debt do they have? None right now. I have put them like 1,000 ducats in debt for my bad wars before, and they just keep jumping on them. Like I have spent this whole game, 200 years, abusing Lithuania, just like in real life, what all their neighbors did to them. Kind of weird how that goes. Oh, here's some other fun things. look at Transylvania. It's this white country here. How it's alive, I don't know, but it is. And look at this white country over here. That's the Papal State has invaded the Balkans.
Papal Balkans, yeah, I see that.
There's a lot of stupid things that have been going on. Somehow Croatia's alive. Hungary is basically dead because everybody else ate Hungary. That's actually a lot like real life, actually. In real life, like, Hungary became this little rump state that was like these 4 provinces here on the border with Austria. And then Austria became the King of Hungary. Alright, so I think I'm ready to unpause finally after 20 minutes of talking about this game. Let me make sure I'm playing on speed 4. Oh, you can see I'm already improving with France here in advance of butting up with them. And I'm also trying to improve with Brandenburg. I don't know why. I'm just hoping maybe something good happens. I don't expect it will. I'm going to go ahead and make some states too, since I got plenty of state slots. Let me just do this real quick. These are terrible states. No, I don't want to state that, because that is a trade company region.
That's one you could explain why we're on the topic. Why is that a no-go?
It's a waste. I want to turn this into a trade company. I don't want to make it a like core territory.
Gotcha.
Because trade companies, when you add something to a trade company, you get to build these special buildings in the provinces, which have some ridiculously outsized effects. Here, let's just make all your ships that you build from now on 2% cheaper. Forever.
What?
And that also should reduce the upkeep cost of the ships, and da-da-da-da-da. How would you just like, we'll increase the amount of trade we steer, so your trade power is more effective. How would you like yearly army tradition plus 0.1? Like, these are all great bonuses. And so you want to make them trade companies.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially on or near the Ivory Coast. I hear the Ivory Coast is good for trade in this game.
Oh, it's alright. Let me see, do I need to do any clicks here? No, and in fact, I don't want to do any clicks there. Do I need to do any clicks with my vassals and stuff? Let's see, Kronstedtia's doing fine. Novgorod, I kind of want to revoke their march status, but I'm not ready to do it yet, because I want to eat them. I think maybe I'll feed, like, Muscovy to them one more time, and then I'm going to eat them myself.
Gross.
And I need to add a seat to the Riksdag. Let's see, where's a good place to add to the Riksdag? Kalmar, are you in the... There you go, now Kalmar, you are in the Riksdag. Welcome to the party. Alright. Because I got rid of the noble state, and I put in a parliament. I got too many Diplo relations. Let's see. Oh, because I allied some electors. I allied Oldenburg, Salzburg, and Trier to make them vote for me. Which is why they're voting for me. Funny how that works. It looks like I wanna... God, I'm spending so much money trying to keep Imperial States happy, Six.
Why would you do that if you're just going to lose favor?
Because by keeping them happy until my guy dies, I get reelected.
Maybe they don't like the new leader. Isn't there a chance that they could roll against you?
If they do, I'll know about it because it'll say so on this screen right here.
Right. Okay.
As long as these little Swedish shields are here, I'm okay. And Oldenburg really would like to vote for me, but Brandenburg wants to vote for Oldenburg, which is why I'm trying to improve with Brandenburg to get them to change their mind.
Right, which would basically take over the HRE's influence sphere.
They also kind of don't want to vote for me because I took all that Pomeranian land and I'm still coring some of it because I didn't have a lot of admin points to core with for a while.
Are you good on admin points now?
For the moment.
Well, you're going to be dealing with some dislike for that for a while.
Hold on, I can get Oldenburg to spit out territory. Who did they spit this out to? Utrecht, but Utrecht already exists. So I don't care about that. That's not going to put another state in the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
This would recreate Munster. If Osnabrück, that was one of them they'd spit out. Hold on. We're going to go demand unlawful territory from Oldenburg. They're an elector, but they're going to do it anyway because I told them to, and I'm the Emperor. There we go. That should have remade Munster. Oh, Munster already existed. That was a waste. I shouldn't have done that. You don't care about the states being big. You just care about the quantity of states, because the more states that are in the Empire, the more bonuses the Emperor gets. So you got to have at least 25 for the Empire to stay the Empire. If you go below that, your authority collapses. There's oh, where's that screen? Oh, is it this one? Yeah, 25 princes and 8 free cities means the Emperor gets plus 16 ducats a year, plus total manpower, plus land force limit. So the more provinces, or the more princes are in the Empire, the better for the Emperor. So you want a lot of little derps at all times.
Can you just randomly make princes, or how does that work?
Sort of.
Okay.
Okay, we finally took care of Novgorod's rebel problem.
Gee, I wonder why they have rebels.
Those are pretender rebels. Their duke died. That's all that was. That wasn't like a real rebel problem. Rebel. Beating up Great Britain's also good because I can maybe take their colonial stuff from them. That's what we call a win business. What's my combat navy? There it is. I need more heavy ships. That's a weakness that my fleet has right now. Can I go ahead and start this war with Scotland to vassalize them? Do I have a casus belli?
No.
No. Looks like I need to fabricate on them. Okay, Scotland. Build a spy network. Go. Oh, I got access through England. We're going to go sit on Thomon's capital now.
That's going to be an easy force vassalization.
No, actually, they're too big to force vassalize. What I can do is just beat the crap out of them and take some land. Which will make England mad, and maybe England rivals me. Saves me the trouble of rivaling them.
It sounds like a good play to me.
Alright, here's my 32 stack. About to march into Thomon's 14 stack. Who's going to win this fight?
Oh, geez, that's you. That's a stack wipe. Come on.
Yeah, well, it might not be a stack wipe. I mean, Orange Joker III isn't exactly the best general in town.
I'm telling.
He was there when I rolled him up. He knows he's not the best.
Oh, they cut him in half.
Yeah, part of them, they decided to retreat. Let me turn forced march on so I move faster. And they're going to Tyrone. I bet I can intercept them. And if not, I'm not sure where they're going, because I should be blocking the sea lane here.
It doesn't appear that you necessarily are. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Let's see. Gain 100 population. Yep. Always take plus population in colonies. I don't know why you do anything else. Hello, Omar Jafar. Welcome to the stream. Okay, there went Thomon's army. Let's go drop the siege hammer on them.
So which provinces are going to be most useful in your war against England?
Really, I just want Inverness right now. So I don't even know if I'm going to take any of this Irish stuff. I just want to get money. I want to punch money out of them. Let's just put it that way. Wait, why are there ships in... Where did you come from? Oh, those were Norway's. Those were Norway's ships. Go to Lubeck. Get out of here.
Bail.
Yes, I absolutely have colonies. I have, here in the U.S., the eastern U.S., I have this one named after my ruling family, the Kronstedts. And I'm also trying to get a colonial nation to pop out of Canada up here. So that should happen as soon as one of these two colonies finishes. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess it'll be after this one finishes. I'll get a colony. another colonial nation. So got that going on.